This channel is proudly sponsored by pt2 Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop RPG where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released the Whispers of Copperridge adventure module. You will find all of the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Daikaiju Mokushi. If you haven't seen part 1 of my review, featuring this tabletop RPG where humanity clashes against giant monsters, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to continue with the game mechanics, starting with damage and health, life and death. Health in this game works on a scale of 12 points. Each time you take damage, which varies depending on the source of the damage, you lose points. If the points go down to 0, your character dies. There is a chance within a 30-second timed event that a medic can save you if the revival roll is a 5 or 6 on the d6. Revival brings the character's health points back to 1, and that player character has disadvantage on all rolls until that character rests or has a medkit used on them. As a side note, you can store about 40 pounds worth of stuff in your backpack. Any non-medics that attempt to do a revival roll to save a dying player character will roll with disadvantage. 1d6 of health can be gained by sleeping for at least 6 hours or via a medkit. Now when it comes to rations, you need rations of course to survive. Going without rations for 3 days will start to inflict 1d6 damage per day that can't be regained until food is eaten. Player characters also need to properly rest, or they will suffer from disadvantage during their checks because of tiredness and lack of focus. Now concerning combat, at the start of combat each player must roll 1d6 and the higher numbers go first in turn order. Matching rolls go at the same time. When it comes to successful attacks, it depends on the size. If you want to hit a creature that is small, which is pretty much any human-sized creature or smaller, you need to roll 3 or above. If you want to hit a medium-sized creature, which is about the size of a horse, you need to roll 4 or above. If you want to hit large creatures, such as an elephant or a bit larger, you will need to roll 5 or above. So this doesn't represent the creature avoiding or dodging the damage, rather, you being able to actually injure the creature because it is much larger. If you want to injure a Daikaiju or one of those huge monsters, you would need a special type of weapon. The amount of damage that you deal depends on the weapon that you are employing. And when it comes to the amount of health points a creature has, it depends on its size. Now let's talk about sanity. Players make sanity checks for their characters, rolling 2d6 and attempting to get above an 8. However, it's important to consider that the difficulty of the check will vary based on the source of the terror. Failing a sanity check results in sanity loss. The amount lost depends on the severity of the situation. As you lose sanity points, you will suffer from all sorts of things such as severe phobias, compulsions, hallucinations, and even major debuffs including possible self-harm or attacking allies. This depends on the number of points that you have remaining. You can regain these sanity points by resting and recovering, using therapeutic interventions, and carrying out heroic acts. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about creating a character. The rules in this game are quite streamlined. They are all based on rolling 1d6 or 2d6s. This means that there isn't too much granularity, but this makes the game very easy to teach, and for the actions to proceed quite fast. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel through PayPal or TTRPG, the information will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. I am currently unavailable for professional sessions, but I will put my contact information in the description and in the pinned comment for when I am available again. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you and see you later.